Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is actually Sunday evening and we're eating supper now. I haven't recorded anything all weekend. I don't think I have, except the food pantry hauls were from Thursday. So what you see in front of you are a couple of things I got going on today. I'll show you up close. So here I just made a brownie. This is brownie from just regular box brownie mix, no big deal. I'll pour some powdered sugar over it later. And here I have some washed strawberries, and what we're going to make, or what I'm going to make, is some chocolate covered strawberries for that. So I've already got them washed off. They're pretty much dry already. So I'll make them into chocolate covered strawberries in just a little while. So that's what's going on there. And here we are having supper. And if you recall, I made that beef stew a couple weeks back, not too long ago. And we had like half of the pot left. So I froze it. And I took it out of the freezer yesterday, and that's what we're having for supper today. So I did not have to make anything. We're just having leftover beef stew that was in the freezer. And if you recall, I had purchased 2 of these loaves of Pepperidge Farm cinnamon raisin swirl bread. And we only used one when we ate the stew the first time. And I froze the other loaf for when we have the stew again. So that's today. So that's what we're having for supper. Oops, all the bread is falling out. Alright, I'm going to get a couple pieces here. I'm just going to throw the rest in this plastic. Yeah, so not much going on. Not much going on. I actually have not been back out to the yard to do anything. I will go out tomorrow and cut the front and dig for my zinnias, or to plant my zinnia seeds. I'm not going to trim. Well, I'll probably trim the front because some of the grass is higher on the edge. But I plan on cutting the back again. But I'm not going to trim this time. I want to cut it just to get at the grass at a lower level, so it doesn't grow fast and it's not high again. So that's my plan for possibly tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to get my beef stew now. Alright, so we got my beef stew here, got our cinnamon raisin bread, and supper is ready. Just a matter of putting powdered sugar on the brownies and chocolate covering the strawberries. So that's all we got going on today. It's been just pretty mellow today, and I'm not complaining about that. So I'm going to eat supper, then get to the chocolate covered strawberries. Alright everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of finishing up the snacks and dessert. I'm going to powder sugar the top of the brownie. So I just use this strainer or sifter, whatever you want to call it, strainer. And I just put some powdered sugar in there. And I just tap it. Like to get those corners too, you know. And that's all I do. Now I'll throw the rest back in the container. So that's done. I'll go ahead and put this to the side because now we're gonna chocolate cover some strawberries. So it is time to make some chocolate covered strawberries, and let me show you what I got going on here. All right, so I've got my strawberries. I washed them way earlier in the day, and they've been sitting drying, so they are completely dry, pretty much. Yeah. So they are dry. You want to let them dry, otherwise the chocolate's not going to stick to them. And I've got this other cookie sheet here. I absolutely love these cookie sheets. These were gifted to me, and they are so beautiful. I love them as trays. But yes, they can go in the oven. They're cookie sheets. But I have often used them as trays to set stuff on. But all right, so what we got is I'm going to be using this almond bark. This is from Walmart. It's chocolate, but it's called almond bark. It's chocolate flavored, candy coating. And it's the same exact thing as we got in the food pantry haul. Remember, that was like a duh moment with me. Like, oh, that's what it is. But I didn't want to open it, but that's the same thing as this. So that's what it is. All right. Now, I already have a partial one of these open, so I'm not going to open this one. I have this open. I did have it in a package, so I took it out. And this is all I'm going to use. It's just like 3 sections, and that's all I'm going to use. So I'm going to break those up in a little bowl. We're going to microwave it till it melts. And then we're going to start dipping our strawberries into it. This is so easy. Some people probably can be intimidated when you hear chocolate covered strawberries. Oh, how do I make it? And I was one of those people at one time. But now it's so easy. It's unreal. All right, so let's, yeah, I just brought these out to show you that that's what that is. I've made this on the channel before, but I probably did not use it in the title for whatever stupid reason. I just needed a reminder if I had to do anything else with this chocolate bar, this almond bark. It's called almond bark, but it's chocolate. It also comes in white if you want to do like a drizzle over the chocolate. But they come in these blocks, and I thought they were going to be hard to break, but they're not. They just break like that. And I just put it in the microwave. I'll start off with a minute because it's going to take about a minute for it to start breaking down and melting. And then after that, I'll do 30-second intervals until it's totally melted. After that 30 seconds, you want to mix it to see if it's all melted out. So, all right, so I'll bring it back to camera after the minute so you can see, and then I'll do it for 30 seconds until it's melted, and I'll show you along the way. All right, so this is what it looks like after a minute, and I have a glove on because you want to be careful when you grab your bowl. It's going to be hot. So I'm not going to mix it right now because I can see it has a lot of melting to do. So I'm going to put it in for 30 seconds and we'll see where we're at. All right, so this is 30 seconds after that first minute, and it is soft. So even though it looks like it's in full pieces yet, go ahead and mix it just to see if that's all it takes. And it's melted perfectly. All the big pieces are melted off. There's like a little tiny piece in there. Now this will thicken pretty quick, but you can keep on microwaving this to keep on melting it. I've done that. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, so now we're just gonna get some strawberries dipped. Remember, this is hot, so you don't want to burn yourself. Let's start with the big ones. Now I think when I first did this, I put toothpicks in there so I could hold them, but by the time I got to the last one, the toothpicks would just slide through the strawberry. I got some leaf in there. Ooh. All right, so now you just want to dip them. And I like to kind of lean it to get chocolate almost through the whole thing. And then you just want to put it on your platter. All right. What I was going to do is just let it drip like that. But my habit would be to grab the bowl, and the bowl is very hot right now. I took off my gloves, so. But there, that one didn't drip as much as the first one. If you could possibly get really big strawberries, that would be the best thing. I just kind of move it around to get chocolate almost all the way up. So now I got a bunch of small ones, so I'm going to do it very quickly. And that's all there is to making chocolate covered strawberries. Just go to Walmart, get some almond bark or wherever your nearest store is. I love chocolate covered strawberries. Ooh. Yeah, be careful. Sometimes if you grab the leafy part, pieces will fall in your chocolate. Yeah, just start off with, depending on how many strawberries you have, I usually just start off with 2 or 3 pieces of the bark. Just in case you have a lot left over. You can obviously do this with like pretzels, you know, whatever you want. Got chocolate all over me. Hey, but what is it if you can't get the stuff all over you? That's the fun of it. Kind of like when you make Christmas cookies, right? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and I will be back. Alright, so I've got five of the medium-sized strawberries left. My chocolate is way at the bottom, so what I'm going to do is open this one and put one more block in there. Alright, so I don't know if you could tell from that, but the coating is hard already. So if I were to pick one up, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. Well, happy Memorial Day to everyone, and prayers for those families who lost loved ones in service of our country. So don't forget what Memorial Day is about. So I wanted to show you, this is the stovetop griddle that I ordered off Amazon. It's non-stick, heavy-duty aluminum, so it's not cast iron, which is almost okay with me because I like things simple. So it covers 2 burners, the big one and the small one, and it's wider than the biggest burner. So right now I've only got one side on, the burner on. I'm cooking up these better cheddar sausages that we had in the refrigerator. So we're just going to have lunch with that. But I'm going to be using this griddle on the grill later on tonight when I make supper. And I'll show you later what I'm making on it. So, but for now, we're just having lunch. And yeah, so there it is. Alright, so I'm just going to move these to the side and warm up my tortilla here. All right, everyone, so there's my lunch on this Memorial Day. Just some better cheddar sausage on a yellow corn tortilla. Hey everyone, so we ate lunch and I had to come to Walmart because we're low on lighter fluid and we're using the grill tonight. So I haven't been to Walmart, inside of Walmart, and I don't know how long. Sorry about the lighting. I'm going through the garden section, looking at the flowers. Yeah, I haven't been inside of Walmart in so long. But I did pick up a couple things, more for crafting. But I am looking at garden stuff right now. So let's take a look. I just kind of like to look around, see what they got for flowers. I planted some of these years ago. All right, we're gonna go to the other side of the garden where the veggie plants and stuff are. Oh boy. This is something I would usually plant, husky cherry red tomatoes. It's $5 a container. All right, everyone, so I am at a Walmart. I didn't record a whole lot, just obviously what I took you through, just because once I put the phone down, I just kind of get into what I'm looking at and stuff. So I have an idea now of what I need from Walmart to get the kiddie pool gardens going again with tomatoes and cucumbers. So I'll figure out exactly what I need and hopefully come back to get that stuff. So other than that, I have some craft stuff. Like I said, since we're not going to be fishing anymore or camping or doing our country drives, I have some crafting stuff, so I want to do some more crafts and just making time for that now and doing what we can. So yeah, I'm gonna head home now. I'll show you all the stuff I got for the crafts, and I did get a little bit of bird stuff now, and so yeah, those are the things that are gonna make me happy while we're staying here at home. And birds and crafting and flowers, I'm just gonna plant right in the ground, just dig up some dirt, and yeah, so that's gonna work out good. But I'll figure out exactly what we need for the vegetable kiddie pool garden and come back and get that. So I will see you guys at home. It is beautiful outside. It is 63 degrees, no wind, sunshine, absolutely beautiful. So I will see you guys in a bit. All right, everyone, so it's time to cook supper on this Memorial Day, and I am going to be I took out those top sirloin fillets for Glenn. They came 2 in a pack, so I'm going to cook those for him directly on the grill. And for me, because I'm not a steak person, I'm making myself some chicken fajitas, and I'm going to do that on the griddle. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting the fajita stuff on there. Alright, look at this, guys. I pre-cut, I didn't record everything. I went ahead and made my own fajita seasoning. And in that, I use salt, pepper, onion powder, paprika, not smoked paprika, just paprika, cumin, and I thought it was chili powder, but after I dumped it, I read it was ground chili peppers. So I don't think I put enough to make it spicy. Ooh, does that look good? Smells good too. I made quite a bit. This is pretty awesome. The only thing I don't like is I can't control my heat. So I guess I gotta just keep stirring it. I did oil the griddle itself. It is non-stick. And when I tossed up the chicken and peppers and onions, I did oil them. I tossed in oil. So I hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. All right, here are the top sirloin fillets. All right, this is looking pretty good. It's smelling really good. I'm using these tongs instead of the grilling tongs because I don't want to scratch up this surface. The grilling tongs are metal. And I've used these on the grill before and nothing happened to them. But if I was just doing steaks or anything directly on the grill, I would have the grilling tongs. This looks so good. I did have a couple casualties of a couple onion pieces and a couple bell pepper pieces. They jumped off board. They jumped overboard. This cooks pretty good on here, actually. If you don't leave it sit too long without turning it, everything cooks really good. If you just let it sit there, then it might burn stuff. And the handles are not hot, so the heat does not carry on to the handles, which is good. So far I like this. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take all the fajita stuff off. All right, there we go.